Okay. Oh, good to see that chat box is working, I see. Alright then. Time for our usual introduction as usual. Salutations, everyone. This is Terence here. Your favorite idol slash entertainer, hoping to bring smiles, laughter, and joy to everyone around the world. It's nice to meet you all. Also, hello Kendra, hello Retro Tales. Welcome to the interview. Hope you're both doing well today. Yep, and hello to Streamlabs too. And today we are interviewing the legendary Azukano. And we're gonna go ahead and unmute him and we can begin introductions.
Hello?
Yep. Hello.
Wow, I'm quite flattered. Legendary, I see.
Yep.
Hello, I'm Azukano. I'm just a YouTuber, I guess Vtuber nowadays. Usually be finding me streaming just casual games or making anime Vtuber edits on my YouTube channel. So, yeah.
Welcome. Nice. So you're an expert in video editing, I see.
I would say I'm not sure if I'm an expert, but I'm quite versed in video editing, I would like to say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what stuff do you usually edit?
Just anime stuff and VTuber stuff. It's been different. It just depends on what I feel like uploading. I haven't been uploading much recently because I've been very busy with life stuff and been actually trying to get more projects in for myself and also just streaming. It's just been a struggle right now, so.
I see.
Yeah.
Understandable. Hope things get better for you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
All right, then our first question for today is how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. I've just been doing errands the whole day and I've been looking forward to this whole thing since I woke up very early this morning, so yeah.
Thank you. Yep, it's an honor to have you here too.
Yes.
Yes. Of course, as for myself, since I barely talk about how I'm doing pretty good. Today's workday was pretty rough, but we managed to power through it and, of course, bought some lunch after getting off work and ate quite a bit, and now we have a little bit more energy.
Yes.
Of course, I didn't eat my mom's dinner yet, but we'll do that after stream.
Yeah.
Yep, shout out to Mom here. Yep. All right, on to our next question.
Okay.
Is this your first time being interviewed?
Actually, no. I've been talked to about different stuff before. Been on a few other VTubers little like talk like podcast stuff, but it's nothing new for me. But every new stream I'm into is a new experience, so looking forward to it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been interviewed once, but of course, since I've never been interviewed once, what did I do the interviewing? Yeah. Quite the change of pace right there, huh, folks?
Oh.
Yep. Oh, yep. Those what happened to be our bots. I wonder if I should ask the question I should always ask. Oh, yep, you can go ahead and ask Retro Tales. I already know your question, though.
Questions? Oh, okay.
Oh, yep, we take in viewer questions as well.
Oh, okay.
Yips. All right, moving on to our next question. Official one, of course. Oh, looks like he asked it already. But I'll start mine first anyway.
Oh, what is it?
What are your hobbies?
Oh, what are my hobbies? Just it's just always been anime first, and then and then I just keep up with like other VTubers, friends of mine, or like indie corporate ones or whoever. And then on the side, I like video editing, making stuff, but I don't usually post stuff because it's hard to post something that I'm like proud of to display to everyone else. So that's why it's like infrequent when I upload. And then but YouTube doesn't really like that, so it's hard to get views nowadays, because if you're not posting a lot, that means they're not pushing your videos or anything. So just trying to start back from the start, with even though my subscriber count is high, it's just hard to get that reach again ever since I stopped uploading for maybe like a few months, and then yeah, they just kind of just don't push my videos anymore, sadly.
Yeah. Dear YouTube algorithm, why you gotta be so mean?
I know, right? It's just they just want quantity over quality nowadays. It sucks.
Yeah. Yips. All right. So, okay. Retro Tales Axis. Who's your favorite? Let's see. Sonic character. Yep.
Oh, Sonic character. That's interesting. I'd say maybe Shadow or Sonic himself. I've only played a few of the Sonic games. The first one, and then I skipped right to like Adventure and Heroes. So I'm not really like versed in the Sonic universe, but yeah, I'd say either Sonic or Shadow.
Okay. Yep, very good answers.
Yeah, it's just kind of a cop-out answer, honestly, but you know, I know Sonic usually. I just what do you call it? Kind of grew up with it, but I wasn't really like too into it. So yeah.
Oh, Kendrax is who's your most favorite Hololive Enliver?
Oh, see, I have well, I have two absolute favorites from there. It's Hako's Bells and Iris. Those two. I have Hako's Bells as a PC case from Height, and I have a bunch of their merch too. But I watch a lot of them, so it's not. But those two are like my absolute favorites in terms of like VTubers.
Okay. Very nice. Oh yeah, they're both great. Yeah, Iris's streams are a bit too long for my taste.
It's funny because I'm not really a what do you call it? When they stream, it's hard for me to watch because they stream on times I can't join. So a lot of my media consumption of VTubers nowadays is just clips and just highlights. Yet I'm still a huge fan of everyone. When I do get to watch a stream, I'll tune in, but it's like very rare for me. So just being a big fan of them, rather just from watching clips, is just it feels weird for me. But you know, sometimes you don't have the time to.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, of course.
Yep.
Oh yeah, as for myself, favorite Hololive livers, it's always usually a toss between Calliope, Mori, and Gura.
Yeah. Oh, those are the head honchos of the EN branch.
Oh yeah. I especially like Mori's music, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and Gura pretty much just overall cuteness and silliness, of course.
Because just reading the Retro Tales' comments.
Yep. I'm gonna not say it because free VTubers are here. Yep, I know. Yep. Very, very much true, of course. Hey, let's become VTubers that talk about VTubers. What shame.
I know, right? You just gotta talk about them sometimes when you're being one.
Yep, of course. Yep, on to our next question. Do you play video games?
Yeah. Usually it's just video games my friends play, so it's like a lot of just first persons because I'm kind of I wouldn't say specialize in it, but that's the one I usually play the most because I grew up with a lot of them. So right now it's just been first person shooters. I do play other games though, depending on if they're interesting or I have a group thing with other friends. So usually video games is like I play it if friends are playing, basically. Rather than that, I'd rather spend my alone time watching anime and just browsing the internet on and also watching VTubers like friends or the corporate ones.
Ah, yes. Very nice. So you mostly play a lot of first-person shooters?
Yes.
Oh, what are your favorite ones?
I don't necessarily have a favorite anymore. It's hard to pick a favorite, but it's just like the ones I just start playing are like Apex or and then when I play with my I'll play game like the first person shooters that my friends play. So if I get invited to, I'll join them. It's like recently it's just been a mix between Apex Legends and Overwatch. So just those two for the time being. But yeah, it's just usually when I get invited to play games.
I see. Yep, understandable, of course. Oh, yep. As we're gonna move on with more video game related questions, how did you get into video games?
Getting into video games, I was quite a gamer back in my childhood. Or I would play random games on the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation, just different types of games. I remember being very but I played a lot of Mario Kart, Double Dash, and Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Ooh.
I grew up playing that a lot because I have a lot of I had family members to really play with, and then we get a bunch of games. But the most I've spent playing a game would be like Call of Duty growing up. So that's why I got my first person shooter. I don't want to say specialty, but I just got my skills from there. So it's just gone into this point where I would just play first person shooters because it's what my friends play, and then I just join them for anything they want to play.
I see. Very nice. Oh, yep, I also had a GameCube growing up as well.
Oh yeah?
Yep, but I'd say the games that I played the most on my GameCube were Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, as well as Super Smash Bros. Melee as well.
Oh, okay.
We didn't play Double Dash because didn't have the money for it around the time, but
Yes.
But then I started discovering other GameCube games once I actually have a Wii, so
yep.
the ones we did end up playing now are Custom Robo and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh, so those Pokemon games were the ones that you really is that your first time going into Pokemon games?
Oh, my very first Pokemon game was Pokemon Blue for the Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I'd say I played Pokemon Yellow and then Gold and Silver.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and XD Gale of Darkness would have to be the first time I got to experience Gen 3 Pokemon.
It's getting like an older game now.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the Pokemon franchise. The thing is I only really played Pokemon Yellow back in my childhood, but I know about Pokemon, and I know not a lot about it, but I just don't play the games. I should, but it's like I don't know. I'll probably play more eventually, but it's just the time and the things I do instead is just overcrowding it.
Yeah. Understandable. Yep, and they're also very long games too.
Oh, they are. Just those long games. It's hard for me to get into, but yeah, you just gotta pick your poison sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Understandable, of course. Although I do personally would recommend Pokemon Sword if you do want to get back into Pokemon.
Ooh, sword? Okay.
Yep, because they made a lot of improvements to the Pokemon franchise.
Oh,
Right.
did they?
Oh, yep, there's no more random encounters and such.
Oh, I remember those things. That was a very prominent in at least the games I played. Like you just go into a field and then you just get randomly attacked by a random Pokemon, right?
Oh, yep, in those grass fields.
Yes.
Yep, so that's pretty much done and over with, and you can also relearn certain moves that your Pokemon learns too.
Oh, okay.
So, a lot of... Oh, and fast travel's a thing in the game too.
Oh, I think that's been a.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's a necessary thing for Pokemon, especially with all the worlds that you could get into, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yips. Yips. I'd say I'll probably eventually do Sword and Shield eventually, but I just finished Scarlet and Violet, and a lot of people, and we also recently got the DLC for that as well.
Oh, there's DLC for Pokemon?
Oh, yeah. It
Oh,
started
okay.
with Sword and Shield, actually.
Okay. I didn't even know that they had DLC for the game.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty expensive, but it's pretty fun too. I'd say the first DLC from Sword and Shield pretty much takes you to this island that's mostly about karate and kung fu and such.
Yeah.
And you also eventually get to capture this Pokemon called let's see, what was its base name? I know its evolution name, but I kind of forgot it.
It's space. Is it like Dialga and like Palkia? And are
Oh.
those space Pokemon, or am I just assuming?
Oh, I think they might be in the second DLC, which the second DLC is pretty much the one about the crown, and they have a bunch of legendaries there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if Dialga and Palkia are there, but we'll probably have to look into that later.
Oh, that's probably. I think they were Diamond and Pearl. You're talking about which game were you talking about again?
Oh, Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield. Yeah. I don't know if they were. I think Diamond and Pearl were much older in terms of the generations.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember like the timeline because it seems like a Pokemon game is usually released every year or every other year. I'm not too sure.
I want to say every other year.
Oh, every other year? Okay. It seems like they release one every year, so it's like I'm not sure if I'm missing any or there's more that I'm not
I know they released a
Hearing about-
spin-off game every so often.
Okay, spin-off. Okay, that's what it means. That sounds about right because Yeah, because I always see on the news like, oh, a new Pokemon game coming out, but I'm like not sure if it's like not really a continuation, but like is it a spin-off or I think it's I could tell. You could probably just tell.
Yeah. All right, on to our next question. What are your favorite video game genres?
Just going back to what I said before, it was just the first-person shooters. I just like the reflex aspect of it, and it's just one I grew up with playing many, I want to say, days, hours, months into playtime. So, but I do enjoy JRPGs. They're so long, but it's just I'm very big fan of those, but I just don't have the time. I have no time to play it because I prioritize other stuff over it. So and then what else do I do enjoy rhythm games too. Rhythm games, I do play a few horror games here and there, just like very short ones, just for fun. I don't know, what else do I like? I'm interested in any like genre, but the ones I mentioned are like the ones I play the most. So.
Nice. Of course, I also love a good JRPG too. Yep.
I been playing like in terms of games I've been playing like kind of religiously. I've been playing just it's just like Honkai Star Rail. I've been playing like religiously just because it's so easy to pick up. I used to be a Genshin player, but the game's just I have no time for that one. There's so much to do on that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I kind of stopped playing Genshin Impact, but been just all over Honkai Star Rail, and other than that, just other games that I play with friends, like another VTubers, usually.
Nice. Of course, I used to play Genshin as well. I mostly played on my PS4.
Oh, okay.
And I pretty much ended up playing that game. Playing the one part of the quest where you meet the blonde guy with the mask on.
Oh, okay.
And I got pretty stuck on that part that I haven't played it since.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty hard at first if you don't have the right characters. Good thing I had friends to like kind of carry me through that first part of the game. So it's I won't blame you for not being able to get through that one, because there's like he had like 2 different levels of or phases of his boss fight. So.
Yeah. And then since then, I kind of was also looking for other open world games I can play. But then,
I always like the aspect of open world too. Just being able to explore.
Oh yeah, being able to explore and take in other worlds and environments and such.
Yeah, that's the one I actually forgot to mention, but I did play a lot of Skyrim back in the day when it first came out on Xbox. That was what introduced me to open world games, so I have a soft heart for Skyrim.
I see. Oh, my first open world would have to be one of the Grand Theft Auto games.
Probably like, was it on PS2, Vice City, San Andreas?
Oh yeah, San Andreas is the one.
San Andreas, okay.
Yeah.
On the PS2, that was such an old game, actually.
Oh yeah, very old. And since then, I don't think I've touched any Grand Theft Auto games since then, because a lot of them kind of looked and felt a little bit samey to me, to the point where, nah, I don't think I can play these anymore.
Is it in what way were they a bit like that?
I guess mostly just in terms of how they were in story, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And that's-
Mainly, I would play Grand Theft Auto just for the multiplayer. Like when they, well, the one I really played the most was 5 because of GTA Online. I'd play with my friends, and that was a blast. But in terms of the story, I'm not really. I don't even know much of the story, to be honest, or the lore of GTA. I just got it just to mess around in GTA Online with friends and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I also ended up playing some GTA Online with some friends of mine too.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
okay.
A lot of fun, silly times too.
Oh, sounds about right.
Yips. On to our next question. Let's see. Who's your favorite video game character?
Video game character. That's. I don't. Video game character. I'm trying to think, actually.
Very nice retro tales. I buy stuff with the power of my mom's credit card.
Dang, what's my favorite video game character? If I were to like just think about like, I probably the one I have on my when I drive my car, I have the only video game character I have on my car is Hu from Genshin Impact. I guess she could be my favorite video game character, even though I don't play the game anymore. I'm trying to think back more to like other games. Shoot. Yeah, I'll think about it even more, but I'll probably like it'll come back to mind if it does, but I'll just say Hu for now.
Okay. Yep, Hu-Tao's pretty great. A very fun character to use, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I'd say my favorite video game character probably would have to be, which I've already gave this answer in a few Terence Talks episodes, is Link from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, Link. Okay. See, that's man. Okay, since you're saying that like that now, I'd probably say like Kirby or Pikachu for me.
Oh,
like,
yips.
Yeah, I did love the Kirby games back in the day. I just think that Kirby's such a unique video game character, and then Pikachu's just Pikachu, just legendary in terms of the video game space. The most recognizable, probably one of the most recognizable video game characters of all time too.
Oh yeah, too true. Yep, I would say Mario's also equally as recognizable.
Oh, I think Mario is the most recognizable in terms of like video game characters.
Oh, yep. And probably might be the most impersonated as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep, I also like Kirby as well. You barely see too many characters that pretty much appeal to both boys and girls, and Kirby's one of the very few that do.
I think Kirby is like the one of the most like, yeah, in terms of like both demographics. Yeah, Kirby is just the most beloved in terms of like both sides.
Yips. Oh yeah, since you brought up Kirby, have you played any of the recent Kirby games?
The one on the Switch, the one that everyone was like talking about and playing, I haven't yet. I need to buy it. I'll probably be one of those games that I'll probably like sit down and relax and just play once I find the time to, but it's just so hard to find the time.
I see. Oh yep, they also did come out with like a remake of Kirby's Return to Dreamland So I really want to get that soon.
Isn't that the newest one that they did like a year or two ago? No, I think it was just last year they did that.
Oh yeah, last year was Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which was in 3D.
Oh, okay. So that's the one I was thinking of.
Yep. They also had like an early one too called Kirby Star Allies.
Oh, okay.
Yep, in that one I think you can pretty much throw hearts at enemies and you can also befriend them and such.
Oh wow, that's pretty. I think that's one of the ones that I needed. I thought about playing.
Oh yep. Yep, and it's also one of the very few ones that also had like 3 main villains, I think. Well, 4 if you count the other guy.
You have 3 main villains in a Kirby game.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't even think about that, or thought about that actually being a thing.
Oh yeah. Especially since most of the time Kirby antagonists usually don't really... It's usually either DDD always messing something up, or they don't reveal the main villain till you like either 100% it or till at the end, very end.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Yep, very interesting. Although I really actually like the Forgotten Lands approach 3D gameplay as well.
Are like most like the Kirby games like almost similar, or just like some of them have different like gameplay aspects?
Oh yeah, I'd say Forgotten Land pretty much was mostly in 3D, where you can actually move around in 3 dimensions, of course.
Oh, okay.
And I think the unique thing about that one is that you can actually upgrade the abilities you capture or get.
Oh wow.
So that's one of the very unique things about Forgotten Land.
I think it's one of the things that I was like interested in too.
Ah, yips.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, then on to our next question. What anime do you watch?
Oh, this is gonna be a long answer. Usually it's I just watch anything that appeals to me. I'm a seasonal anime watcher, so I watch a bunch of different shows every season of the year. Usually I pick up around like 30 shows at once to watch every week, as it airs. So yeah, it's a long list of it. So I'm not sure if I'm able to like name all of them or just really.
I see. So you do a lot of binge watching on on seasonal anime, huh?
Yeah, pretty much anything that comes out every week. I kind of binge stuff if it's all done, like all the episodes are out, I'll binge it. But I haven't done that recently, just because I just haven't found the time to, because I pick up so many of the airing shows that I have those to watch instead. So a lot of my time is to those new shows that are just coming out every week.
Ah, I see. Yep. Oh, that's good, at least. I'd say I've also kind of been trying to catch up on some of the seasonal animes too. I'd say what I'm watching recently now is the Rurouni Kenshin remake.
Oh yes.
And then there was well, of course, One Piece.
Oh, are you actually caught up to it?
Oh yeah. Yep, all caught up.
Oh dang. I'm still in the process of trying to catch up to that show, honestly. I'm still like in the very early stages of it. But I haven't actually like fully like tried getting like a full-on binge on it. It's just the time. Trying to find the time to is hard.
Yep. Understandable, of course. Which, I don't think I'll probably spoil what happens at Wano Kuni yet.
Oh yeah. I have like some idea of like what's going on right now, but at right now it's like I'm trying to like have closed ears on a lot of things. I already know like some major spoilers about like like a few like things about the characters, but other than that, it's just trying to get to that point. I want to catch up to One Piece before it ends. Basically, that's the goal.
Yep. Yep, that's quite a goal right there. But I believe.
I'm hoping I could catch up to it at some point, but my tendency to watch other shows and instead of trying to catch up is just overriding my progress, honestly.
Yep, understandable, of course. Yep, just when you think you have one anime goal, you see something else that looks good, and then you kind of forget about that, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just I like watching different things. So like having a full range of like different shows to watch. So that's why I like watching new shows that are coming out every season or every week. This gives me an array of different things to watch. That's why I like watching VTubers also, because everyone has their own like style and personality and the things they play or do. So that's why I like watching them too.
Yes, me too. Alrighty then, on to our next question. How did you get into watching anime?
So other than, the usual Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, I think it first started when my my father showed me Naruto. It was very early, so it was even before it came onto like Cartoon Network and like shows on like TV. He would have the actual like DVDs of the English sub versions, and I'd watch those at a very young age, and I was kind of spoiled by that treatment because it beat watching it, on online when the internet wasn't great at all. You have Naruto be shown on YouTube like in different parts. I would have the luxury of having it on a DVD when it wasn't too popular back in the day, and then after that it was just all Naruto. I didn't really watch other anime until about 2010, 2011. I'd watch like Full Metal Alchemist and like another show called Katekyo Hitman Reborn, and I just get into those shows, and then kind of like just obsessed over those two shows for a little bit, like for 2 years, and then in early 2013 I just went on a huge interest of different anime. So it started off with like Death Note, and then Angel Beats, Code Geass, those types of shows. And then after meeting a good friend of mine to this day, I completely indulge myself in a bunch of anime. So that's why I started picking up new seasonal shows. I didn't even know that was a thing back in the day. So nowadays it's just for about a good 10 years now. It's been 10 years since I really like started getting into anime, I've been watching it like almost like religiously for the past 10 years.
Oh, nice, nice. Yep. You also mentioned a few really classic shows like Hitman Reborn. That's one of my
yes,
very underrated shonen shows for me.
yeah, a lot of people didn't really pick that one. I think it was just because it was like super old, and it was kind of like overshadowed by knowing like Naruto, Bleach, and like One Piece back in the day. So and anime wasn't really that like super popular back in the day, so it didn't really catch on to like the other like shonen viewers. So I just started watching it because my cousins were like a big contribution to my anime watching too, so they recommended it to me, and I started watching it because they saw that I like Naruto, and I haven't been watching anything else back in the day.
I see. Oh yeah, anime wasn't that huge back in those days too. Yep. And you also kind of got bullied and teased just for watching this. Hey, what is this freaking weird stuff you like?
I wasn't like I happened to like find when I was in school a few people that would like the shows I watched, so I didn't really get bullied for watching anime. It's just that it was hard to find people that watched it. So when I made friends that did watch anime, it was like a godsend, just because it was such a niche topic back in the day. Now it's so popular that it's like in mainstream media now, TV, social media, even like merchandise in stores and stuff.
Yep, definitely. Yep, I can agree with that as well.
Yep.
Yes. Alrighty then. Moving on to our next question. Who's your favorite anime character?
So these are I have like a lot of favorite characters. I'll just say like my favorite character, male character, and then my favorite female character. My favorite male character is from this show called Hyoka, and his name is Hotaru Oreki. He's a high school student that just feels like he's super lazy, yet he's when he takes the time to do so, which it's very rare for him. He's one of the smartest, most analytical characters that I've seen in anime. It's a show about like your day-to-day mysteries like in high school. So he's very analytical about different things, and he just has this personality that you could relate to. He's just very lazy and doesn't want to do anything, basically. And he thinks that high school is such a drag because it's like he doesn't have the motivation to do anything. So until he meets a couple of new friends that drag him into a club that solve mysteries. So he's of my favorite character. And then I have two female characters that I really like. I have more, but I just bring it down to two. One is Shiryuki from Snow White with the Red Hair. It's like a shoujo show that's like very reminiscent of Disney-esque qualities. I'm also a big Disney buff too, so that show really got to me. And then the one that's based off my name, Azukano, is from K-On! Azusa Nakano. So you could really hear the similarities between her name and my name. I just took her name, her like the first letters of her first name and the ending of her last name, just to mix it together. And I was like, oh, Azukano sounds pretty catchy.
Yeps. Very nice. Yeah. Very nice answer. Oh yeah, the first character kind of reminded me of another character that I seen in anime. I think his name was Kyo from Zatch Bell.
Oh, Zatch Bell. Another classic show.
Ah, yep. Yep, mostly because he also kind of came off as lazy, but his laziness pretty much always came from him being too smart and too good for everything, and then then he met Zatch and pretty much just flipped his whole world upside down.
Oh yeah.
Really good show. Too bad I never got to see the remaining episodes.
Oh yeah. I feel like it'll probably never get like continued at this point.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe there'll be something that will bring it back. Who knows? Nowadays.
Oh yep. Yeah, you hear that, anime studios? There's another idea for you. You could bring back Zatch Bell.
There are so many anime that people want back, but it's like it's become a game of roulette. You never know what's gonna come back or like will spark another season. Who knows?
Oh yeah, true. Because I did read on this one and watched this one video on called Asian Boss, and they also talked about animes and animators getting overworked and underpaid. So I think that's probably why.
Oh dang, yeah. I know how that's been a topic of interest in terms of anime nowadays, because the production is so high quality that these studios are trying to outdo each other in terms of quality like that. Yeah. Trying to become, a viral sensation on TikTok or like get clipped on some social media, and then like, oh, people are talking about it. Kind of like how Demon Slayer got very popular because of a one episode fight scene. So it's in this market now, so it's hard to really do much with it.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, but I think that one fight scene, was it the one where Tanjiro was fighting the Ui?
Was it the spider dude, right?
Yeah,
the one that had the spider
dude.
Yep. That's the one that really went viral.
It says, oh my god, this looks so cool. Let's keep watching Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. Oh yeah, I was pretty much watching Demon Slayer since the first episode, and it was first episode was really freaking sad for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. It used that shock value to it by like, oh yeah, they really did number on your what do you call it? Your reaction to what happened to Tanjiro's family. It was big.
Yeah. Yeah, peak sadness right there.
Right. Yeah, well, like, if I were to ask you a question, what is your favorite anime?
This always seems to change, but I'd say my favorite anime right now, but it's pretty much just for nostalgia values, is Dragon Ball Z, of course.
Oh, okay. It's funny because out of the many anime I have watched, I haven't seen anything from Dragon Ball Z other than like clips or like Team 4-Star, the Team 4-Star parody of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Bridge is fantastic.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Bridge is like my only like dose of Dragon Ball Z. Other than that, I'm like a complete noob to Dragon Ball.
Yep. Understandable, of course. I'd say it pretty much fell off once the Boo saga kind of ended, and once Super kind of came along, it started regaining some popularity back.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I think it's still popular to like other like just a lot of people nowadays. It's I know that's like a sort of big source of inspiration for a bunch of people. So and it's like a very what do you call it? How do you pronounce it? How do you say it? Very referenced show nowadays. Like over 9,000, Super Saiyan,
Oh yeah.
Kamehameha, like that I know much of that, and I know the effect that it has on the like just even mainstream audience.
Yep. Indeed. Oh yeah. Moving on to our next question. Have you learned anything from video games or anime?
In some terms of like life or like different skills or
Yep, can be all of the above. Anything.
kind of a lot, honestly. Just being just for what do you call it? I think it's just made me see different things in life. With the many shows I've watched, there was a bunch of like different life lessons or different themes that really made me realize about different important things in life. So those just a lot of these a lot of the drama ones or tragedy ones really like stuck out to me. So those ones really showed me like how important friends and family are. Other than like shonen, there's like other like different ways that anime did friendship. Not really the typical shonen like friendship power up stuff, but the more like serious aspects of it. And
Yeah.
I really like so one of my favorite genres of anime is like slice of life comedy or like anything that I find myself I could relate to. So there's a lot of like those shows that kind of hit me in a very personal way. So those ones really showed how important the people you are very close to, how you have to just keep them close, and the way you act around them, just finding social cues with things. And that's what also a thing I learned. In terms of video games, I think the only thing I've really learned, like the skill I've learned, is just my fast reflexes nowadays in terms of like FPS games and like picking out like subtle clues in like puzzle games usually. So yeah, just I've learned a lot from anime video games, and those people saying that they ruin your mind, they're just lying.
Yep, they're liars.
Yeah, they're liars. Just those people that criticize video games, that they just say that they don't do anything for you. They don't know they're just lying to you.
Yep.
While they're watching, they criticize us watching anime and like playing video games, they're out here watching these very very lifeless reality TV shows that they watch, or like following like
reality TV.
These very brain dead celebrities, and like trying to follow trends on TikTok and stuff. And I'm like, okay, these TikTok trends are very like dangerous, or like, come on. I'm so glad that I'm part of like this community.
Yep, same here. Yep. Of course, as for myself, I'd say from anime, I definitely kind of taught me how to keep people close, as well as socialize a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And also to the typical one is usually to never give up on your dreams and such, and power of friendships.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
Like how I mentioned about those.
Yep. And I'd say, from video games, I'd say, from JRPGs, I pretty much also learned to embrace challenges and pretty much a lot of the same things I learned from anime as well.
Oh, okay. Just pretty much the same things, right?
Oh, yep, same things. Of course, as far as anime genres that I do usually watch, I usually watch the typical shonen ones, as well as a few sports animes.
Oh, okay.
And I'd say I didn't really get into romantic comedies until I watched Fruits Basket.
Oh, yes.
And,
I actually didn't start watching Fruits Basket until the newer one came out, and it's like the remake. And judging from like how people were talking about it, I was like, okay, I could stick with the remake right now, because I never watched the older one, just because I had so much other things I watched before that. So once the new remake came out, I was like, oh, I'll just watch this one instead, and it was really good.
Ah, nice. Oh yeah, the remake's really good, actually. Yep, they had a lot of characters that I could pretty much relate to, and I kind of kept watching it just for that reason alone.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The drama was pretty hard hitting too, because in terms of like drama shows, I do kind of get overwhelmed by it sometimes. Like it depends on how big how it's used. So I'm not too much of a big fan of drama, but at the same time, if it's done well, or like done well to a point of like, oh, it's bearable, I could do it.
Ah, yep. Same here, actually. Yeah, I'd say one of the other, I'm not sure if this counts as a romance anime. Another one that I actually did kind of get into was this one called Say Yesterday for Me.
Oh, yesterday too, like something that I know I've watched that one.
Ah, yep. And it's mostly about this guy who's living in an apartment and working multiple jobs trying to find his place in life. And then he runs into this girl who pretty much he ended up helping, and then ends up falling in love with him. And then he also meets his childhood girlfriend.
Yep, I remember that one very well.
Oh, yep. And then he actually just ends up getting rejected by her.
Oh, yeah. A lot of different situations in that anime. I felt like were it's a relatable. It's just the I felt like the second half kind of like dragged a little bit too much in terms of like what these characters were feeling. I know that it's like so super hard to just like say things that you really want to say or do, but in terms of like this, it was just it kind of hit me in a not even like kind of in a negative way, but I still didn't like, I wasn't too mad about it. I just thought that it would because compared to the first half, I really liked it, and then it just kind of dropped off for me for some reason. But
yeah.
Other than that, I still find it very relatable in terms of how just character interactions between each of them, and especially their age. It's very relatable to, especially with where they are in their stage of life.
Oh, yep, true. Oh, yep, that second half definitely kind of dragged on a little too much for me as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on, get to the point already.
Oh, yeah, no, sometimes they were, like, just egging the guy to, like, do something about what he has to do, but it's like, you know, you're not gonna get what you want sometimes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. Alright, on to our next question. Oh, this is an interesting one. What books do you read?
I haven't read anything in the past 10 years or something, but when I did read, I was a I what is it's funny. I'm a big anime buff and like sometimes I read manga now and then, but I didn't really grow up reading like other kids did. I'm a big I did read a lot. I don't know if it's reading, but I did indulge a lot in like information books, so like record books or like interesting fact books, and like I was more of a non-fiction like esque like factual reader rather than like fiction. And it's like I find that really funny, not knowing that I'm a big fan of anime, and I didn't really grow up with it. I just find it different when it comes to like reading books and stuff. But the one series I did read a lot of back in the day was like Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, and
Ooh.
yeah, that one. And I did read your typical children's book like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and like those comedy books. But other than that, I mostly just read books like that showcase like real-time facts and stuff like that.
Ah, okay. Oh, yep, I haven't really read too many books either.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and I'd say the last books I read were probably the Goosebumps books.
Oh, okay, that was one of the ones I did read back in the day too. I completely forgot about it until you said so.
Yep, and a lot of Dr. Seuss's stuff like Had and He Had, as well as Green Eggs and Ham and such.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yes. Oops.
Yep, he's shrinking, folks. A little bit shrinking. Oh, yep, and I'd say as for that, I'd say the closest thing I came to reading any book around that was during my high school times, where we actually had to read some stories out loud. As for what those stories are, I don't think I have any recollection of them.
Yeah, I wasn't really a reader, but now it's like completely different. Sometimes things change.
Oh, yeah. Yep, things change, and then you barely remember half of your childhood.
Oh, yeah.
Yips. But I think if I were to probably get into reading books again, I would probably have to get into something fantasy related, or probably we go on Audible or something.
Oh, yeah. In terms of like stuff I consume other than like anime and like VTubers, I do like listening to like different stories. I'm a kind of a big fan of like scary things or like paranormal stuff, and also true crime. So I do dabble a little bit in that if I'm not watching anime or watching VTubers.
Ah, nice. Yips. Yep, that's all for our book question. Time to move on to our another one. What's your favorite food?
Oh, food? I do like eating different foods, but in terms of the foods that I really enjoy, I do like eating more Japanese stuff, so like sushi and like just fish. But I do like enjoying different types of food though.
I see. Oh, is it a handmade sushi or the sushi you usually buy in grocery stores?
No, handmade. I'm a big what do you call it? I'm a bit picky in terms of like the quality of sushi that I eat. So definitely not stuff from the grocery store.
Yep, understandable.
Yep.
Yep. I'd say the closest thing I had to Japanese food was this place I ordered on Uber Eats, and it's tonkatsu ramen.
Oh, okay. So ramen, just ramen in general.
Oh, yep. Pretty much ramen would probably be my go-to Japanese dish if we find more Asian places.
Oh yeah, I feel that sometimes.
Yep. And I'd say my obvious go-to foods whenever you don't have a whole lot of money or options is usually like pizza, of course.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sometimes I'll have a knacker for anything really. Just depends on my mood.
Yep, understandable, of course. Oh yeah, what's your favorite pizza flavors? Or
toppings?
Yep, toppings.
It's funny because the only topping that I really like on pizza is in terms of meat is like pepperoni. Anything else, if it's too meaty, that it kind of like I don't really like meaty pizza. So I do like eating a bunch of veggies on my pizza. So I would have like pepperoni and then a bunch of veggies on it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. I'm a more of a veggie person when it comes to pizza, but yeah.
Oh, I see. For a minute, I almost thought you were a complete vegan.
Oh no, I'm not. I do enjoy my meat, but in terms of like what it is on pizza, it's yeah. I just like pepperoni on my pizza, but I'll put any type of veggie on my pizza though.
Ah, I see. The common ones I usually see are like onions and peppers.
Oh yeah. I do go to a place that you could pick your own toppings, so I just put a bunch of veggies that they have there, and it's like a bunch of them.
Ah, nice. As for myself, pepperoni is usually my go-to as well, but I also like pepperoni and sausage, as well as meat lovers, of course. And then other than that, I'd say we usually get this one pizza from Domino's from time to time called the Philly cheesesteak pizza, which you put like Philly steak on pizza with Parmesan sauce and cheese and usually some peppers and onions on there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Just for the sake of uniqueness, of course.
Uniqueness.
But I'd say an underrated thing about the underrated toppings on pizzas that you actually can put a barbecue sauce and chicken on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yep. Very go-to flavor right there. Especially when the barbecue sauce actually has some sweetness to it.
Sometimes some barbecue sauce is like very dead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, bring back barbecue sauce, people.
Or just to bring actual like quality barbecue sauce to like those franchises.
Oh yep. Yep, no more freaking overly tangy barbecue sauces.
Right?
Yep. Oh yeah, that reminds me, if you ever order McDonald's, do you usually get the barbecue sauce there?
I'm a big fan of their sweet and sour sauce, actually.
Ah, I see.
I usually get that when I order their chicken nuggets.
Ah, nice. Can't go wrong with that. Oh, I never actually had their sweet and sour sauce, but most of the time I usually get like the either barbecue or ranch, of course, or honey mustard.
Oh, honey mustard, yeah.
Yep, honey mustard's really good. Alright, Deans. But I think I rarely eat their chicken nuggets unless they're fresh.
Oh yeah, it's sometimes you get what you. Sometimes it's different what you get. Like I'll always get them, but sometimes it's not even fresh.
Oh, yep, that's true too. There we go. There we go. Alright, then on to our next question. Oh, it's VTuber related now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what was your biggest inspiration for becoming a VTuber?
I'm just seeing every like the ones I really looked up to do it, and seeing friends that I knew back in the day become VTubers, and I was like, oh, I could probably take my hand on it because I do enjoy making content and streaming. So I just decided like pull the trigger and get my own model.
Ah, nice, nice. In my case, of course, it started off with me watching one of the OG VTubers like Kizuna Ai and such.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I started looking into some English VTubers, and the first English VTuber I found was Natsume Moe.
Oh, yep. I remember.
Yep, and so we ended up watching some of her videos. And then we also saw her April Fool's video and saw there were a whole bunch of other English VTubers out there.
Yep.
And so I pretty much got very fascinated with it and started looking up some tutorials on how to do it, and here I am.
Oh, yep.
Also, it was pretty much a unique way to rebrand while I was still very shy about a lot of things about myself.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know how that feels.
Yips. And on to our next question. How did you come up with your name?
I did mention a little bit of it when I was talking about my favorite anime characters, but Azukano from K-On! I just took her name and like split it off and became that. So it wasn't too much thought into it, and just did that because you know how I just took the inspiration from Sword Art Online. Kirito would have, he got his name from combining like two of his first name and his last name, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I did that with my favorite anime character at the time.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Would you say that you are one of Sword Art Online's biggest fans?
No, but definitely not. But I do enjoy it from time to time. I know it's not the best. It's for its popularity, it is not the greatest writing of all time, but I do enjoy it for what it is. So I haven't given up on it just because I still enjoy it for what it is. A lot of people just don't like it, just over hate on it. I feel like they do.
Yep, same here actually. Yeah, I enjoyed the first season of it, and the first season of it until they went to the fairy arc.
Oh yeah, and that's where everyone like just kind of turned away from Sword Art Online just because of that arc.
Yeps. Although I will have to admit, my favorite thing about the second arc is that they actually had a decent villain, I guess. Only because of how creepy he is.
Oh yeah. That's the thing with Sword Art Online villains. They're very very easy to hate for some reason. They just take like the most like evil traits of a person and just put it into like that character.
Yeps. Oh yeah, season 2 was also kind of interesting too. Especially with the whole Gun Gale Online thing.
Yeah, season 2 was. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, Gun Gale, but it really started like picking up in the Alicization arc where they went full on like deep dive into real aspects. Gun Gale was kind of it's just a sidestep in my opinion.
Yep. Understandable, of course. Oh yeah, season 3 was definitely my favorite season, of course.
Yeah, a lot more stuff happened in that one.
Yep, a lot more. And it's probably one of the very few times we don't see Kirito being super OP.
Yeah, you saw him in a more more of a shell of himself just because of everything around him and the things that are happening to everyone else.
Yep, and that's pretty much the closest thing we got to actually liking Kirito, folks.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I feel like that's a given.
Yep. Yep, of course, once he does come back, of course he just shows up and wrecks everything.
Oh yeah, once he finally wakes up, yeah, he kind of wrecked everyone. But you know, that's what you expect from Sword Art Online. He's the main character after all.
Yep, of course, of course. Although I will admit that I think the only thing I didn't really like about Sword Art Online is it did feel a little too harem-ish in my opinion.
Yeah, they kind of took that away in the third season a little bit, just because there was none of the other girls that we kind of got to know in the first and second season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They kind of it was very prominent in the first two seasons, but in the third season he kind of forgot that he did have that harem, even though he does have Asuna like as his like true person that he'll be with.
Oh yep, of course, of course. Yep. I'm really glad that they did fix that in the third season, of course. And they actually introduced Yuchio, also really likable as well.
Oh yeah, I feel like introducing him was very needed in terms to like balance off the harem situation that they put themselves into.
Oh yep, definitely. Alright, then on to our next VTuber related question. Oh, what have you learned from being a VTuber so far?
Just more a social interaction. I'm not really a good social person in my opinion, but when it comes to interacting with other VTubers and just trying to talk to chat and stuff like that, it's helped me gotten better in terms of social situations. I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Ah, nice, nice. Of course, I also had to learn to be a lot more social as well.
Yep.
As well as trying to get good at using OBS.
Oh yeah, more technical stuff. Yeah, I think it's a learning process for yourself. It's a self-learning process.
Oh, yep, definitely. Rather it be interaction, figuring out what content you want to do, as well as getting good with tech stuff.
Oh yeah.
All one big learning experience.
Yep.
Oh, yep, on to our next question. Did VTubing bring any changes to you in terms of personality or the things you experienced?
Yes. Just the new people I've met through being in this community. In terms of like just being the though, like being in this community, like, oh, I have such a big subscriber count. I've had someone say, "Why are you part of this?" And it's like, no, I'm just here for having fun with different people, different VTubers. I'm glad that to meet the people that I've met on this in this community now. Even though my numbers are like super huge, it's just it doesn't reflect what my reach is. So yeah, I just enjoy meeting new people in this platform. It's just very fun to like just chill and vibe with like just new people, like-minded people that love to entertain and entertain people.
Ah, nice. Of course. Always great to have changes like that as well.
Yes.
Yep, of course. I think I eventually learned to be a little bit less shy about things too, because I'm also not very super social, but when I do see at least someone I want to collab with, I sometimes reach out for a collab or two.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. Oh, yep, and on to our next question. Did you ever once regretted VTubing?
No, never.
Yep, never.
Yeah, never.
No regrets.
Even though I don't really do it too much, not right now. I'm trying to change that soon, but I still enjoyed the things I've done with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think it'll ever be a regret, to be honest.
Of course. No regrets here as well.
Yep.
Yep. On to our next question. Do you feel like you must be very talented to be a good VTuber?
I don't think so. It's just something that you just try your hand at doing and see if you enjoy doing it. Even if though you and see where it goes. If you just enjoy like playing games and just like streaming it, you don't really have to be very talented. It's as long as you're having fun, I feel like.
Yep. Very good. Of course, in my case, I actually have a very interesting answer from one of my previous guests, and they said it depends on what you want to do, because according to them, they say if you want to join in really big agencies and such, you have to be talented of sorts.
Oh yeah, that's a given that's a given. But if you're trying to just like be an indie, you don't really have a goal to set or like expectations. The only expectation is just you. Well, it depends on how you look at it, but in my opinion, it's just about having fun with it.
Yep, indeed. Yep, as long as you're having fun with it and people enjoy your presence, I'd say there's enough. You don't have to be too talented.
Yeah.
Although if you want to develop your talents, you can pretty much do it as well. Yep.
You could. That's always like, in my opinion, it's always like second priority. Like you can develop your skills while trying to while having fun, but that's just a different secondary thing for me.
Oh, yep, that's secondary for me as well. Because I did actually do like a little keyboard practice stream, and then I haven't practiced since.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we'll eventually get to practicing too, as soon as we're not burned out enough from work.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know that feeling.
Yeps. Alrighty, on to our next question. What's your favorite thing about becoming a VTuber?
I think it's just being able to interact with different people and VTubers and even like an audience. I just like the that social aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The social aspect is really great.
Yep.
Especially when you can find people who like what you like and have the same hobbies as you, of course.
Oh, that's the best thing about it, honestly. Love meeting like-minded people and just interacting with them, sharing your different your interest with them.
Yips. Alright, TDs. On to our last question.
Oh, okay.
Any words to your fans?
Honestly, it's I'm trying to build from the bottom up ever since I became a VTuber in a way. Just trying to do what I did back in the day, but it's very hard to. Just stay tuned for more content that might be coming back onto my channel. I have things, projects, stuff that I want to upload, but I just need to get the motivation to actually upload them onto the platform. It just in terms for me being an kind of an artist, it's hard for me to put out something that I'm like very what do you call it, not confident about. But other than that, I'm trying to get myself better to stream more, to create more content, basically, like I did back in the day when I was very active on YouTube.
Nice. Very great. Alright, TDN. I think that's all the usual questions, so Nan, do you have any questions for me?
In terms of the ones I already told, not at the moment, but what do you what have dang, I just had the question and it just left me. In terms of the people that you've met, how did you become you know how we have that group Vunity, how did you get into meeting most the people there? Like, what was the ones that introduced you to that group?
The main one was Kendra, of course.
Oh, yep, Kendra.
Yep. And
I feel like she's a very a mutual friend of like a lot of people, a lot of the VTubers on there.
Oh, yep, she's very outgoing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I met Kendra from it was through Nori Boshi's stream of Left 4 Dead for emergency donathon that she had. I met her through there, and then I kind of vibe with her. We had this dynamic about this like funny dynamic between each other. So it just with that, she mentioned about I'm creating this server full of indie VTubers. Did you want to join it? I'm like, all right. And then now there's a bunch of talented people in this server that I'm hoping to talk to and like, you know, vibe with more. It's just always fun meeting new people, like-minded people.
Yes. Oh yeah, as a fun fact for you, I was the one who came up with that name.
Oh, Vunity. Oh shoot, nice. Now all we need is a logo for it, because for the Discord logo, because it feels a bit empty without one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought about making one myself, just testing it out, but I'm not really a drawer per se. I'm more of a Photoshop person or a video editing person, so I might try my hand at it if I have the time to, because I feel like we've had this server for so long now that I feel like a logo would be nice, or like a temporary logo would be nice to look at.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I think a logo would also be nice. We'd probably have to find some way to make it both appealing to both boys and girls, of course.
Right. It has to be like a very neutral color, I feel like, or just a. Oh yeah, it has to be just. I'll think of something. I might make one. Come to think of it, I'll probably have the time too.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh yeah, and I've met Kendra through one of my friends' Discord server, and her name was Ice Goddess Ellie. So
okay.
So I discovered one of her streams, and she was actually one of the very few VTubers like me who streams a lot of console games and such.
Okay.
And also at the same time zone as me, so yep.
Oh, same time zone. Okay, that's always a good thing to know.
Yep. So I did ask her if we wanted to collab, and our first collab together would have to be Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh wow.
And we were accompanied by another VTuber called Zalami, who's a redheaded fox girl.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and so we pretty much just were helping them get their ranks up and such.
Okay.
Which, not to brag or anything, but I was pretty much the highest ranked player there.
Just gotta carry them sometimes, right?
Oh, yep. I was pretty much carrying them throughout most of the stream. And we didn't really faint once in any of the monsters we hunt, of course.
Yeah.
So that much was good. But of course, Kendra didn't really know how to level up her hunter rank, so we couldn't really do anything further than that. And then our second collab was Monster Hunter Rise again, and this time we had another VTuber, Yuki Rose.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so it was pretty much the same thing there.
Yeah.
Yuki was also really low ranked, and we had to carry them as well.
Yep.
Which wasn't too hard, especially since the quests were pretty weak, of course. I think everything pretty much went full circle from there.
Okay. That's good.
And yeah. Oh yeah, are you familiar with Monster Hunter?
I did play it a little bit back in when I was on the PS4. Until I kind of lost the motivation because I lost my save file for it. So my motivation for trying to go back to it would kind of died. So I haven't been playing it ever since.
Yep. I know that feeling. You made a lot of freaking progress in the game, and then you lose your save file, and then, oh god, I gotta regrind for this crap all over again.
Oh, yep, for sure.
Yep. Understandable. Oh yeah, that's kind of how it was for me when I actually had, when I kept rebuying Monster Hunter World, actually.
Oh, rebuying it?
Oh yeah, because, I did ended up getting it on the PS4, but then I kind of wanted to get the Xbox One version.
Oh, okay. Was there a reason for that?
Oh yeah, mostly just so I can play with some of the people there, because unfortunately Capcom didn't really give Monster Hunter crossplay around that time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, please make the next Monster Hunter game cross-platform, Capcom.
We'll see about that.
Yep. And I'd say that was pretty much when I kind of did lose a little bit of motivation for it. But thankfully, though, Capcom was nice enough to give you a really powerful armor set that made getting all the way to Iceborne pretty easily.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've seen people do that.
Yep. Yeah, thanks for that Guardian armor, by the way. Yeah. And I'd say, since we're still on the subject of Monster Hunter, my favorite Monster Hunter game would pretty much be a mix between World and Rise, of course.
Oh, the two newer ones, yeah.
Because in the older ones, there were a lot of complexities in them, actually.
I feel like it's easier to pick up now compared to before.
Oh, yep, definitely. You don't have to grind for armor sets that much. And you don't have to paintball monsters.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Yep, I'd say, basic Monster Hunter is still fun, but, I'd say the amount of, preparation, tedium there has been definitely minimized compared to, World and Rise.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, there's my, my 2 cents on Monster Hunter, of course.
Yeah.
And as for, the other games I've also been streaming a lot of, we've recently beaten Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Which, that's been a really fun journey. Although I kind of, regret not being able to show off the dragons and some of the other, side quests as well.
Yeah, sometimes there's stuff in stream that you can't do on, you can't do some stuff on stream because you have the time.
Oh, yep, true. And now we're currently playing Tears of the Kingdom, which is a huge improvement over Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Which, as for how they improved on that game, and that game was already great, is definitely a feat from Nintendo.
Yep.
Yep, and then we've gotten pretty, well, not too far. We're still in like the beginning stages of the game. We just beat the Fire Temple.
Uh-huh.
Yep, and finally got Unoble's little power-up thingamajig, which,
yeah.
one of the things they can do is is that some of them can actually make little clones of themselves, and they can actually help you in fights and such.
Yeah.
And little extra powers and such.
For sure.
And I'd say, we're now working our way towards the next kind of power to get there. Yeah, we're mostly playing Tears of the Kingdom from the story.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have the heart to pretty much try to 100% that game.
Oh, yeah. There's probably many hours on it.
Oh yeah, it's probably around like 100 or 200.
Yikes.
Because they added like the Sky Islands to explore, as well as these like really dark underworld like areas called the chasms in there.
Yeah.
Which they actually have like stronger enemies that can practically seal away your hearts and such.
Jeez.
Yep. Just when you thought Breath of the Wild couldn't get any harder, Tears of the Kingdom pretty much up the ante.
I feel like you need to do that in order for it to really like to revive more interest into it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, have you played any of the Legend of Zelda games?
I played Breath of the Wild, but I got a bit into it and then I just stopped for some reason. Just a lot of different things that I couldn't be doing.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, as for myself, I am a bit of a Zelda veteran myself.
Oh, okay. So you grew up with it a bit?
Oh yeah. First Zelda game, if I remember correctly, was Ocarina of Time N64.
Okay.
And then, which I haven't really beaten until I got the Wii Virtual Console version of it.
Oh, okay.
And then I'd say after that, I think I may have played the original Game Boy version of Link's Awakening.
Uh-huh.
Oh, someone calling?
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Yep, and I'd say after Link's Awakening, I played Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on the GameCube.
I did play a bit of the Link to the Past as well.
Ooh, Link to the Past.
The one on I believe the 3DS.
Oh yeah, that's
that.
Oh yeah, the
is
sequel.
it the Link to the Past?
Oh yeah, that's the sequel.
No, the sequel. Yeah.
A Link Between Worlds.
Oh, Link Between. That's the one.
Oh yeah, I actually did beat that one as well.
I had the 2DS. I didn't have the 3DS because I wasn't. I didn't have the money for it, so I went for the other one.
Ah, I see. Understandable. Oh, did you get the regular 2DS or the 2DS XL?
Regular 2DS. I got it before the XL became a thing.
Ah, I see. Yep, understandable, of course. Oh yeah, back to my Zelda experiences. I'd say after Wind Waker, I pretty much got into a lot of the older ones thanks to the Wii Virtual Console. So I ended up playing the original A Link to the Past, of course. Which we managed to beat that one, which was pretty great. And the very first Zelda game on the NES.
Oh, jeez.
And I have to admit, playing that after going back to A Link to the Past was a huge mistake on my part.
Yeah,
mostly because of how freaking cryptic it was, and they didn't really tell you half of what to do or half of where to go and such.
Right.
But we eventually kind of but it was still good. Of course.
Yeah.
And Zelda 2, oh, that game was really freaking hard.
Yeah, sometimes it's like I feel like they needed to step up from the first game. Probably that's why the reason why it became harder.
Oh yeah, it pretty much went from like a overhead adventure to kind of like RPG kind of things too.
Yep.
With like the side scrolling and such. Oh yeah, until you eventually learn to do the upward thrust and downward thrust, of course.
Yep.
Yep, then that would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
And then I'd say what was the other one? That was, oh yeah, Majora's Mask, of course. Which a lot of people pretty much praised the crap out of Majora's Mask.
Oh yeah. I feel like it was like I think it was the iconic one too.
Oh yeah, pretty iconic around that time. With Link getting his horse stolen, and then the Skull Kid pretty much turning him into a Deku scrub.
Yep.
And then constantly taunting you throughout most of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd say probably it definitely got better, but but I'd say it's probably my least favorite Zelda game, only because of the whole 3-day time limit kind of thing to beat it.
Oh, Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of like put you in a time crunch.
Oh, yep, in a time crunch, and then you pretty much have to use the Song of Time to rewind and do everything all over again.
Yep.
But luckily, the game isn't mean enough to take away most of your key items, though.
Yeah.
So I was at least thankful for that. But I did eventually beat it because we eventually looked up the Song of Double Time.
Oh, okay.
That speeds and slow us up time. There's like 2 songs in there. Oh yeah, that brings me to another question I may have forgotten about. Oh,
Okay.
What music do you listen to?
Usually it's just a big mix of like J-pop and rock and electro. It depends on my mood. I listen to a lot of different genres, honestly, but it's usually just J-pop and rock.
Ah, nice. Of course, as for myself, I grew up listening to a lot of hip-hop and R&B due to my family.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much had to listen to what they listen to most of the time.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you have to grow into what they like, and then after some point you'll find what you like and eventually.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'd say around that time I also listened to a lot of anime songs / J-pop as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And since then I also kind of gotten into listening to video game music as well.
Oh yeah. Just the OSTs is really nice to listen to sometimes.
Oh yeah. I'd say my favorite OST to listen to would have to be any Mario or Zelda game. The music in those games were really great. But some OSTs that I did actually really liked and found very underrated would have to be, not sure if you heard this game series, the East series of the games.
Is it YS, right?
Yep, YS.
Okay, yep. I know about that one.
Yep, their soundtrack is really great too. You could probably almost play the games just to listen to the music too.
I feel like you could do that with a lot of games, honestly. Their OST is really good.
Oh yeah. Although I think if I had to narrow down what's my favorite soundtrack from the East games, it would probably have to be Book 1 and 2.
I played a bit of I think the 8th game because just because I was into the whole RPG realm right at that point, so I kind of put myself into that one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty new game back then, so I did dip my feet into that a little bit.
Ah, yeah. Oh yeah, I actually really like that one too. Yep, it also had a really great soundtrack too.
I feel like it just carries on from the previous games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's also a current trend with the East games too, where Adol pretty much goes on a boat and pretty much always gets shipwrecked.
I think for a video game to have I feel like it's good to have an iconic like East like trope that always like a common joke that is placed into a video game.
Oh yep. Yep, and that's pretty much the most common one.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, speaking of that, have you played the ninth game?
I have not. I haven't been able to.
Ah, yep. I played a bit of it, actually, and it actually has a pretty darker story compared to the previous games, actually.
Oh, wow.
Because around that time, I think Adol pretty much became pretty well known as a adventurer now. Almost to the point where the village or city he pretty much goes to pretty much ends up sending him to prison immediately.
Alex.
And then he pretty much has to change his whole appearance around just to make sure he doesn't get seen. And then he gets wrapped up into some otherworldly curse, and then he ends up changing his appearance again. So yeah, I haven't gotten too far into it, but the story seems pretty interesting so far.
Oh.
And some of the characters are pretty nice too. It's also funny.
Large world.
Oh yeah, it's also kind of funny that I mentioned that because now they also are coming out with the 10th game now.
Yeah, I think it's coming out in a few days. Actually, I remember seeing that.
Ah, yips. I don't know if I'll import it though, but I'll probably keep that in mind. I already have a huge bucket list of games anyway.
Oh yeah, there's too much to get into, right?
Oh yep. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, did you have any other questions for me?
Maybe it'll pop up when if we ever do another collab with the others one day.
Yep, sounds good.
But nothing right now.
Ah, yeps. Of course. Oh yeah, out of curiosity, do you cook?
I've always been interested in cooking, but I haven't done it myself other than like the usual like easy stuff. But I've always wanted to, but I haven't really like delved into it. But I've always been interested in cooking and culinary stuff.
Oh yep. Oh, me too, actually. I'd say I'm not really sure if it counts as cooking. I'd say the closest thing to cooking I usually do is pretty much take some of the frozen pizzas in my toaster oven and make those.
Oh, I think that's the usual thing that people do.
Ah, yep. And of course, cup noodles as well.
I don't know if that's cooking, but you know,
yeah,
everyone has their own levels.
Yep, I'm not much of a homemade kind of cook kind of person, but I like to think I'm pretty decent when it comes to handling frozen foods. Well, my mom mostly does the cooking, so you know.
Yeah, you gotta have, yeah.
Yeps. Yep, gotta love mom's home cooking. Oh yeah, what does your mom usually cook if you ever stay with her?
It's usually just she would mostly bake. Like if we were to cook something, it would just be pasta, but she mostly likes to get stuff outside if we ever do so.
Ah, nice. Oh, what does she bake?
Just cookies and brownies, typically, or like Rice Krispie treats.
Ah, nice. Oh, like the Rice Krispie treats, you actually put marshmallows inside and put them in chunks? Okay, nice. Oh yeah, I don't think I had those in years, actually. Yep. As far as cookies go, oh, we usually just buy those from the store.
Yeah.
But I'd say nowadays I got cavities, so I can't really eat too many sweets nowadays.
Oh, okay.
But I always try to treat myself every
once in a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh yeah, and I think the other closest thing I pretty much did get to cooking would be I'd say frozen hamburgers.
Yeah. I think I've done that too.
Yips. I think the ones I usually get from my local dollar store would have to be usually either the big ones or the really ones with the small boxes. Because right now it's pretty much just me and my mom living together. We don't really plan big super cookouts.
Yeah. You don't have to do too much if it's just the two of you guys.
Yips. Of course, we occasionally get unwanted guests like the rest of our relatives too.
Right. I know that feeling.
But luckily, they don't pretty much stay over too long, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another random question that I did have. Favorite holidays?
I do enjoy the fall and winter holidays. So like Halloween and Christmas are probably my two favorites.
Nice. For me, it's pretty much Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween.
Oh, yep. Just like me.
Yips. Thanksgiving, obviously for the food.
Oh yeah, it's always it's always is the food.
Yips. And of course, fall. Yep. Glad that finally things usually calm down because fall weather is always not too hot and not too cold, of course.
I like the cold too, so it's like it's a good balance, but I do like it when it's cold.
Oh yeah, same here. I think the only problem I might have with the cold would probably be when the winter time comes and you pretty much have to wear like super amounts of layers of clothes, like 2 pairs of socks and pants and stuff.
Right. Good thing in my area I don't have to really do that much.
Yips. That's good. All right, then we're pretty much at the 2-hour mark, so I think we can probably go ahead and end.
All right.
All right then, folks. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream right here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed listening to us ramble about stuff.
Different stuff, right?
Yips. Want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Special thanks to Azukano for joining me today.
Yeah. I don't have much to say, honestly.
Yep. Any announcements you want to make as well?
Just different. Probably do. I don't have a set schedule, so if I were to stream, it'd be like out of nowhere type of thing.
Okay.
I see how I might do one like after this. Who knows? That's how weird I am with it.
Yep, understandable, of course.
Right.
Oh yeah, any links or channels you want to plug?
Just my channel really, or my Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you already posted that on the description, so.
Yips. Yeah, we did have to do some pre-preparing before we made our schedules.
Right.
All right then, folks. With all that said, I will see you guys pretty much Wednesday with another Terence Talks episode, and we're gonna be talking with Mute Alchemist.
Oh.
So look forward to that, and I will see you guys next stream.
Bye.